Hello, it's Katie at the Fabric Squirrel, and today I am very excited to come and talk to you about a new fabric collection that arrived this week. It's called Procraftination, and it's by the Fabric Squirrel. It's by me. It's my very first fabric collection, and it's here in actual real life fabric in my fabric shop, but also in fabric shops across the UK and Hobbycraft, and I can't comprehend that. But I wanted to come on today to give you a closer look at them and maybe tell you a bit of the background about the fabrics and how I managed to get here. I have had them printed with a company called the Craft Cotton Company, and I have worked with them for quite a number of years now. I started off blogging for them on their website, I think probably about 8 years ago. I've always stocked their fabrics. I get deliveries of them all the time. I'm a massive advocate for them, and I often sew up things for shows and things when they've got displays and they need some samples making up. So I worked quite closely with them for a while, and a few years ago I showed them some drawings that I had done, and it's escalated from there, and now those drawings that I've done have managed to make their way onto fabric. So the collection is called Procraftination, and I think it pretty much sums me up. When I first started just trying to be self-employed, I did craft fairs, and I basically just did all of the crafts. I avoided any other kind of responsibilities, chores, housework, and just wanted to make pretty things. Nothing ever really stuck. I never had one thing that I was particularly passionate about. I just like to put my hands to absolutely everything. For business purposes, I've obviously narrowed that down, but it is still within me that I still love all crafts. And this is what this collection sums up, really. Just the love of scrapbooking, of making lists, of having all the ideas and all of the equipment. You don't necessarily get a chance to actually put all of those things into action. So I took inspiration from the little bits in my sewing room and my scrapbooks, and I drew them in my diary. I started drawing a little bit more sort of during lockdown. I think a lot of people took on stuff like that, didn't they? So I could show you a closer look at some of my sketches. So this is my notebook. I use Winsor & Newton pens, which I absolutely love. And at the beginning of my notepad, I decided that I would do a colour chart of all of the different pens that I had. And I've put like the number that they are, and it just was a really good reference point for me. And obviously it's really pretty as well. And it is the thing that's inspired the cotton reels print. So you can see a lot of these colours are taken from this particular page. It's a really simple print. There's slight shading on the cotton reels, and you can really see like my pen lines in it. So if you just need like a really basic, colourful cotton reel print you can't go wrong with for a sewing themed project, then I hope you are really going to love the cotton reel. So this has inspired the Little Notes fabric. So you can see they're actually quite small. They're only no more than 1.5 inches long. And I've got all sorts of envelopes, little bits of bunting, sticky notes, and this little leafy thing follows through on a couple of the prints as well. And these are the drawings that it took inspiration from. It's so simple, really, but it's amazing to see how it changes from this to this. I have also had my nails painted to match my collection, so I hope you've noticed that. There are a few little Easter eggs in here. So I've got the 31st, which is obviously the last day of the month for a few of the months. It also happens to be the date that my birthday falls on. So there was a little nod to myself in there, which I don't think I've told anybody yet. So there's that. So yeah, this is the Little Notes fabric. And these were just my sewing room doodles, just little bits that end up scattered around your desk and in your sewing space. And if you've seen any of my pictures, I always take a picture with my ruler, and this is what has inspired the main Procraftination, like the main print from the collection. So it's all these little bits here that you can see have then transformed into this. These are the scissors that I use. the same sort of purple. And although I don't have the fabric squirrel on there because it was a bit odd for other fabric shops to have it, which is absolutely fair enough, I've put no pressure, just measure. And there's like little button jars. This is going to be one of my projects with some of the scraps, actually making one of these little button jars. I've made one for a friend before and then filled it with lots of sewing gifts, just that on its own, making a little jar with a pin cushion. Such a cute little gift idea. And these were just my sewing room doodles, just little bits that end up scattered around your desk and in your sewing space. And if you've seen any of my pictures, I always take a picture with my ruler, and this is what has inspired the main Procraftination, like the main print from the collection. So it's all these little bits here that you can see have then transformed into this. These are the scissors that I use, the same sort of purple. And although I don't have the fabric squirrel on there because it was a bit odd for other fabric shops to have it, which is absolutely fair enough, I've put no pressure, just measure. And there's like little button jars. This is going to be one of my projects with some of the scraps, actually making one of these little button jars. I've made one for a friend before and then filled it with lots of sewing gifts, just that on its own, making a little jar with a pin cushion. Such a cute little gift idea. Needles is literally just the odd like bit from here that has been put onto like more of a blender one. I've been most excited about this one because this is the one that I envisaged the most in making the top that I'm wearing. So I was really pleased to see this one in person. As I mentioned before, I love scrapbooking, I love collecting stationery, and I have loads of different types of washi tape, and I've made like little bunting washi tape things in my scrapbooks before. So that's where these drawings came from, and that has been the inspiration behind this print. And I absolutely love the coral that I've done as the background on this one, and I think it really makes the other colours pop. Really gorgeous, like pastel-y spring colours. I just love seeing how it started and then seeing what it looks like when it's interpreted onto fabric. It still just blows my mind. This one's the one that has got a really lovely like bubble type background as well, because I felt like it needed something a little bit more. So it's like a two-toned coral background. I have got loads of plains that will go really well with this collection, but I've pulled out 3 that I think will work really well. I've got this coral colour, which I absolutely love, and there's a few little bits of coral that run throughout the collection. So there is this one, and this one's a lilac. Obviously you've got the lilac, it isn't the exact same, but it's a really nice like toned, goes really nice well together. And we have got this one, which is sea foam. So again, it isn't an exact match. You very rarely find an exact match, but I think it goes really nicely with quite a few of the elements throughout the collection. So whether it be in cotton reels or the bunting or here. So if you are looking for some plains to go with it, then this is seafoam, lilac and coral. But I do have lots of others as well. So, and obviously I've got white. So just let me know and I will be happy to take some pictures and help you match them up. So naturally I want to sew lots of things in this fabric, but I have so far only done 2. My initial samples were quite small, so I do really want to make a cover for my iPad, because the iPad's actually played a massive part in the creation of these, because although they started as drawings, I did then turn them into digital files and learn how to do repeating patterns, and I think that's what has got me to the point of actually being able to get them printed. So I have really enjoyed learning on Procreate and using the iPad to draw as well, although I still love going back to a pen. The first thing that I have made is some bunting, which I've put up behind me. I don't normally keep it here. I have got it in my sewing room on a space which isn't going to be annoying every time I need to get fabric out, but obviously for the purpose of this video I had to put it here. I think everybody needs craft room bunting. I've got a few different bits of bunting hanging in my room, so hopefully you like the idea. If you can't think of anything to make for your sewing, hopefully have a sewing space. If you have a sewing space, I think the possibilities are endless with things that you can make with this collection. I did use my bunting templates for this, the ones that I sell, so I'll put the link to the 3D printed bunting templates that I have as well. You can obviously just use whatever cardboard one or however you normally make your bunting, but if you do like to make the occasional bunting, it does make life so much easier. You can use your rotary cutter alongside it and get perfect triangles every time. The other thing that I've made is the top that I'm wearing. So this is the Pins and Needles fabric. It's on a really gorgeous lilac colour, and when you look closely you can see it's got little pins with little different coloured pin heads and drawing pins and safety paper clips all over it. It's really tiny, so it's very subtle. I really love the colour, and colour's really important to me, and I think these are really fun, and I think they sum me up quite well. So the top that I'm wearing is a Tiana's Closet Ethel Blouse. It is one of my favourite patterns. It is a free pattern. I did actually do a video on how to make this pattern if you want to go and take a look. The only thing I did differently is that I didn't put a ruffle on. Because it is quilting cotton, I didn't know if it would look a bit too structured with the ruffle, because when I've made it before, I've done it in double gauze and I've done it in like a cotton viscose blend. But I think I quite like the boxiness. I quite like the look of it without the ruffle. So I'm quite pleased with it. It needed just under 2 meters of the fabric. I ended up not cutting quite enough and then having to cut a bit more. So if you are ordering fabric, don't make that same mistake. So I'm selling the fabric by the meter, fat quarter, long quarter. I've got the fat quarter pre-cut bundles. I don't usually buy the pre-cut bundles, but obviously it has my name and it has my logo in, so I had to have that on record. So if you order the fat quarter bundle, you'll get one of the pre-cut ones. You can order the fat quarters individually as well if you prefer, and you can obviously order them all by the meter. They are available in all sorts of fabric shops, so go and have a look and see if your local fabric shop has stocked them, and if you see it out in the wild, I'd absolutely love to see. Please tag me and let me know, because it would really make my day. You can obviously buy them on my website as well. And if you do end up making something with them, please make sure you share. I'd love to do a video of like all the things that I've seen people make with them. So hopefully enough people like it and start sewing with it so that I can do that. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have liked my fabric collection, and give the video a little thumbs up for me and follow along. That would be lovely.